You know, it's very disturbing to me to sit there and watch the audience cheering on someone who is actually without natural affection. Now, I understand that according to this world and the way that it's going, in a handbasket to hell real fast, I comprehend very well that as a nation, we are spiritually bankrupt. We are morally corrupt. I get that. Believe me, I get it. I see it. It's probably one reason why I'm living out in the woods. At least I know nature know what the hell's going on. But to sit up there and watch people cheer a man put on high heels, paint his face like a woman, and want to be a woman, and to watch this father's reaction, it's obvious that this man is in some serious pain. But the audience don't care nothing about that, though. I mean, you know, we live in a world, as hypocritical as they are, where people live in their emotions. They live in their emotions. Day in and day out, they live in their emotions. And emotions is reality. It's almost like you have taken a knife and cut them when their emotions and their feelings are hurt. But nobody cares about the emotions of this father, who I believe has a very sound mind. He's now faced with the reality. Is he going to still love and accept his son, who now is transgender? I'm going to tell you right now, PastorDowell's take. I've had children, okay? And if my children, any one of them, cross over, do something like that, I disown them, period. I disown them, and I wouldn't care two dead flies about them ever again. It would do me well if I never saw them again if they ever done some crap like that. Now, that's me. That's me. See, I'm a man. I deal with the realities of truth. When I look down, I know exactly who I am and what I am. I'm not confused about that at all. Well, boy, you tell me that Satan is not getting this world ready for the anti-Messiah. You got rebellious women, Jezebel women, women who are trying to extort their husbands, using the children to do it because they have some realities in their head and their mind that doesn't line up with the Bible. You got the homosexual movement and this whole world, the United States of America, trying to condemn the world because people like Rush and all the rest of them will not accept homosexuals. You got transgender people. You got the whole Congress and Senate that's in this Pizzagate thing going around boy loving. You got organizations out here called NIMBLA, North American Man Boy Love Association. They're calling Alex Jones a cult leader because his wife has chose to divorce him, and she took the children, and she wanted 100% custody, but the courts wouldn't give it to her. Now, my question is, Alex Jones is not a religious man in any way, shape, fashion, or form. He owns a syndicate broadcasting news station, alternative. People drop that term cult left and right, and while they shield themselves from the biggest cult that has ever hit the face of mankind, Christianity. Christ was not a Christian, nor did he ever preach Christianity. Man, you can't, it's hard to get people, you can't even get that through people's thick heads. It's so crazy today. Utterly amazing. Utterly amazing. The whole world is being turned upside down. Again, now do you see the reason why I say you need to get out of those cities? I'm only following what the Bible teaches. You need to just get away from these people. You really truly do and live a quiet and peaceable life. Now, even living a quiet and peaceable life, the world is so evil that people ain't going to let you live a quiet and peaceable life. But I tell you what, to watch the pain, nobody cares about, I care about the pain of that father right there because he is clothed and in his right mind. And that thing that walked out there, whoo, that is one ugly thing. Okay, I must make up man you put on. Male you put on. You are one ugly woman. That's all there is to it. But the disturbing part is when that thing walks in, the audience, wow, whoa, God, homosexual, lesbians, gay, transgender, bisexual. Told you, when I came from Canada, right next to the American flag. Right next to it. They got this big old gay pride flag. Now, I don't blame the people in the South. Even though I disagree with the rebel flag, the Confederate flag, I disagree with it. While they've been better off, why come they can't fly a rebel flag or Confederate flag right next to that American flag, since you got a rainbow flag up there showing your support for the homosexuals? What about our flag? It's being heterosexuals. What about our rights? You see, they trample on them, and they're trying to force people to comply with this wicked mindset that's going on in this world today. I'm so happy when Donald Trump put a ban on transgenders in the military. I am so happy. That made my day. Put a big old smile on my face all day long, it did. Now, I realize that I run the risk of being demonized, called all types of names, because many of your Christian pastors are homosexuals. And they coming out the closet too. And the reason why them churches still full is because behind the scenes, those women are lesbians, they are in heterosexual relationships, and those men are homosexuals. And then, even, can you imagine, this thought just hit my mind. Can you imagine, with this sexual perverted revolution that's going on today, that people are still trying to use that to point fingers as if something is wrong with natural sex, right sex, having sex in general? That is confusing in the uttermost basis. They go, well, you shouldn't have more than one wife. Well, you want to tell Abraham that because he had more than one. Jacob had more than one. Moses had more than one. And who cares if you don't like it or not? And you've had more than one. If you've been in more than one relationship, or if you've been into many women, and women, you have had many men, thereby putting their DNA, inserting their personality into you. No wonder some of you so schizophrenic and so messed up and screwed up in the head. You got all these personalities inside of you. You're gone stark raving mad. See, we have all this looseness going on in this world right here, and nobody's checking it. Now, you gotta understand, I got big shoulders. I got broad shoulders. My shoulders are pretty big. At least I think they are for a 235-pound man. I think they're pretty big. And with these shoulders, you see that's a physical reality. The spiritual reality is, I can carry a lot of weight. You know the reason why? Because I have a clear conscience. When your conscience is clear, you don't care about what man says. You don't live after what people say. Their words, they hit you just like bullets hit Superman. Bing, boom, bing, boom, bing, boom. And that's what some of you need to actually get to. You need to get to the reality to where you don't care about what people say who are against your person. Get there. But anyway, the reality of this is that we are a perverted country. And we're following, just like I said before, 1,000 times over, the dictates and mandates. We are actually walking in the historical vein of ancient Rome. America's finished. Done for. You know the reason why? Because we're immoral as a people.
Sit right here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Tell me what you're thinking and feeling right now, Gary.
I'm hurt bad. Really bad.
What do you have to say?
Why?
I just want you to know that you didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong.
What do you have to say about his reactions to this? I mean, you can see this is very raw for him. What are your feelings about the impact on your father, Gary?
I'm really hurt, and I was kind of scared, honestly. Just seeing his reaction, how I don't know if it was anger or if it was just upset.
What do you want from him?
I just want you to understand that this has nothing to do with how you raised me or anything like that, and I just want you to be okay with, I just want you to be okay with me being transgender.
Steph, he feels like he's failed as a father. He feels like he let you down. He's gone back to the point of, he says, one time for Halloween.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
He dressed up like a girl. I thought it was funny at first. No, I certainly don't.
And what was the age?
High school, maybe?
It was during high school.
And your reaction at the time?
I thought it was Halloween, you know, so I just went along with it. Actually pinched him on his behind and said he made a good-looking girl, but I was only joking. He's not a good-looking girl. He's a very beautiful man.
Right. He feels that he's failed you as a father. Do you feel that this is a choice you've made?
No, I've always been like this. I just hid it from everyone.
How do you feel about it?
I just feel like this is me. This is who I am.
And how long have you hidden this?
As early as 7 years old.
I don't think he understands the burden that is, how much energy that takes, how that affects you to live an inauthentic life.
Just imagine waking up every day and seeing and being someone that you don't want to be.
What do you hear in those words? What do you hear?
I hear confusion.
So you hear someone that is confused, mentally ill?
Yes.
What if this is not a mental illness? What if this individual is pre-wired to be a woman, but in a man's body? I'm saying, what if that is the case? What could you imagine that experience would be like for that person?
Pretty hard. Pretty hard.